Hey there, my name is Giacomo Bonavera and you're welcome to call me Jack. I'm the CEO and founder of Izsit, and if you're receiving this video, that means that you've been selected as a creative partner of Izsit for the launch on the 16th of November, where we go live on TV, mobile, and tablet globally around the world, all different platforms: Roku TV, Amazon Fire, Android TV, iOS, Android mobile, so the whole suite. We're looking at getting Izsit in front of about 95% of the entire market that we're after, global market. So the intention of this video was just to help get to know each other a little bit, and what it is that Izsit is planning to do. I'm a serial founder. I started out in finance, but I've always been interested in film, and I've been in a Bollywood movie before, and I've been an actor, singer, dancer. I've been in the Monaco Film Festival as well, where I was the voice. So I had a huge passion for film since I was young, but growing up in South Africa, I just never really had the opportunity to really do what my passion was. And I've been, watching the space lately, and I felt like I had to get involved and I had to help move the community forwards in a way that would, benefit everybody. So, with my startup background, I decided to get involved quite aggressively. Izsit is not the youngest platform. Izsit is actually the youngest platform out there. There are other platforms, but I hadn't seen them making the steps that I thought were necessary to get this independent filmmakers such as yourselves, or music video makers or whatever, to help you to get your work out there to the public audience and to monetize that and actually potentially create a living out of this. So I'm going to take you through, the whole strategy, as much information as I can in this, and condense it into this short video. I hope that I cover everything, but if you have any questions, then please do send an email in reply to this, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right. So I'm just going to share my screen at this point. Give me a second. Great, so this is the platform as it is right now, but this is actually just version 1. So this is what I just wanted to get out there quite quickly to start getting some interest from the audience and stuff like that. You can check it out yourself. We just have some movies at the moment. We got a tab for series and for genres and for music videos, and then for each production studio as well. Right now we're embedding videos from YouTube, but with version 2, which is the version that we launch on TV with, TV and mobile and everything, this thing is going to look completely differently. It's going to look quite a lot like Netflix actually. And we will also, be hosting the videos ourselves. So we have an entire content management software that we're building at the moment too, which for a select few of you, you'll actually have access to and be able to upload videos whenever you want to, whenever they are available. So that's just to cover the basis of, what the platform is and what it's going to look like. It's going to look quite different in the future. So this is, you don't need to, I'm going back to the home page right now just so that I can run through the rules and guidelines. There is the submission form, but you don't need to fill that in because I'm personally inviting you to, have your work or submit your work for the launch on the 16th of November. And you can just email that to me directly instead of going through the form over here. So I just want to scroll down quickly to the rules and guidelines because that's where all of the important stuff is, although this part just highlights some of the main points. I just want to go over everything actually. So, real quick, I'll try to keep this as short as possible. Eligibility, essentially anybody can join from any country, in any language, and anything like that. We have no restrictions on that. You can work alone or in teams, that's perfectly fine. We'll deal with you as an entity or a legal entity, that doesn't matter. I think it's important to have videos with subtitles in English, from content that's streamed on other platforms out there. A huge percentage of that, a majority percentage of it is actually watched in English. So, for Izit's sake, we also, if you're making content in another language, just put subtitles in English as well. We do want and we welcome other languages and stories from all over the world. Obviously, we want to get all kinds of different niches over here. I think it's very important. Great. So for this initial step that we're taking with this launch, you're pretty much the owner of the work. That's very important. We want you to be the owner, or if you're not the owner, that you get the authority from the owner to be able to submit that to Izsit. So it's very important that you are the owner, or that you have the right to the content, and that it's original content. So we know that there's going to be a lot of people that are looking for copyright issues, and if we run into a legal battle around that, those are big ticket legal battles that we would have to fight. So we will have to come up with an agreement, which I will be preparing by hopefully this weekend, maybe latest next week, which I will send to you, which then outlines, what our responsibilities are, and then that is meant to mutually protect both parties, myself and you, when it comes to uploading of these AI videos to the Izsit platform. We really don't want to see branded content. We don't want to see other IP on the videos. We basically cannot distribute that. It would infringe on copyright issues and so on. So that's a very, very big point, and we cover it quite a bit over here. Just ensure that you own the content and that you didn't use any copyrighted material. Right, so actually, having said that, I think it's important to bring up right now, we are actually acquiring some IP. We've got some very exciting developments on that. So we will have some famous people's voices and things like that, world famous people. This is something that we're working on. It's nothing signed yet, but it's quite an exciting development. And we will let you know if that actually works out, because then you will be allowed to use famous people's voices, some of them, the ones that we get the rights to, in your videos, your songs, in your series, whatever the case is. So that's actually quite exciting. I think it will attract a whole new audience, or the fans of those people whose voices you will be using in the videos. And of course, then you just ensure that you're distributing that on the Izsit platform, because we would have the rights for it, not other platforms. Having said that, also another important point actually is that anything that you own, you're welcome to distribute it on other platforms. So if you've got work that's on YouTube, for example, and you're the owner of it, you can also submit it onto Izsit, and we don't have a problem with that at all. If you're the owner of the content, you have the right to do whatever you want with it, and we are just a distribution platform for you. So you're the owner, you take care of it. We'll get to another topic later on where we actually start curating and commissioning work, but that comes a little bit later on in this thing. So, here's just some details about the submission formats. Very important I want to cover are the judging criterias. So for, we're very much fans of storylines for the films particularly. So for film, we're looking for very much storyline orientated content. We love the audio visual quality and how that's improving nonstop, but we're also looking for a narrative, a storyline, a plot, and character development. These are all really important things that are going to hook the audience into coming back to the platform to look to find more and more content like that. If you want to see more details, we've got more details over here. Okay. For music, we're going for all different genres, so there is no real limit over there. We want to see a bit of a mix of everything. We would like to see some lo-fi music where the visuals are very, very strong. But we also want to see some music videos where the video and the audio really sync up very, very nicely together, so that there might be a character, they might be doing something, and the music is following what that character is doing at the same time. So those kinds of things, So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking for. Music is very, very diverse and very, very difficult, but what we're trying to do is we're also trying to start off with quite a wide variety of content. So we're pretty much open to a lot of stuff. Again, though, especially with the film, the storyline is very important for us. If there's no storyline, it's pretty much selling the novelty of what AI can do, but we don't think that that's what's gonna get the audience to come back. Actually, from our research, we found that a storyline was actually the most important thing that made people go and watch movies at the cinema, and the audio visual quality came up second or third depending on the country, together with the price. So this is just data that we've done research on, and we found that people like a good storyline. That's the biggest reason why they go to the cinema. Great. So, we got some, general sort of durations for what we're looking for. We don't want music videos and music to be shorter than 2 minutes. Short film is anything less than 40 minutes, and a full-length movie, because we know it's tough, is anything that's 60 minutes plus. We're actually launching with 2 full-length movies, which is very exciting. We will be the first platform with full-length movies going on TV and everything. So that's super exciting, and we've already got 2 creators committed to making 1 movie each. So that's very, very exciting, and we are very much looking for full-length movies, because we think that that's really pushing the boundaries of what AI is possible to do. But having said that, those 60 minutes plus is what we would consider a full-length movie for now. So series episodes can be 2 minutes plus. As I was saying earlier on, we're looking for different variations of content. There's people have mentioned doing these mini series where they make like one episode a day or something like that and release it daily, and that engages an audience to follow the story. That's something that we're looking for as well. Just the episode should be at least 2 minutes long. That's important. Now, for all of the content that you own, we are committed to a 90% revenue sharing, and Izsit is basically just one distribution channel for you. If you own the content, you're welcome to do whatever you want. We don't lock you in that way. So you can upload it to our platform, and you can upload it to as many others. And if you get invitations to do it to others, you're welcome to do that. We won't hold you back from that. This changes, of course, when we commission work from you. So in the first 3 months, we plan to use the data that we collect from the users and see which direction we want to go, because we don't actually know which direction the audience wants us to go at this stage. So that's also why we want to start off with quite a wide variety of different kinds of content to see to see what people engage with more, and then just double down on those areas. And what we will start doing is after 1 to maximum 3 months, we will then actually be reaching out to a select few content creators or filmmakers or music video makers or whatever the case is, to then make what we really want to see in the quality that we really want to see as well. And in this case, of course, if we are making an upfront payment, then we expect, we would have a shared ownership between us, and then Izsit would have the sole distribution rights for that content. That should make sense to everybody. So if you own content and we accept it onto the platform, you can do whatever you want with it. But where we are paying for the content, then of course it's a different structure, and we also own that content, and we also have a say in where that's allowed to be published or not. Right. So there are bonuses for all different kinds of things. So for full-length films, for best movie, for best series, for best music video, for best music, and then broken down into all the different genres. You will then earn additional revenue sharing from that. That's the model, probably an extra 5%. We will also have referral codes for each of you. So if you refer a paying subscriber to the platform, then you will earn also an additional percentage from that. So say another 5% from that in the revenue sharing model. I also want to quickly just explain at this point what our business model is. Our business model is free with advertising, and then paid subscription without the advertising. So it's a very similar model to the YouTube model. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get as much exposure as we can, but of course we will be covering or generating revenue from the advertising. So the two revenue streams for us are advertising and paid subscriptions, and you get 90% of both of that. And if you win one of these bonus categories or something like that, then you're earning more. And if you're also getting people to sign up who you've referred using a referral code, you'll also earn even more. So you can earn basically up to 100% of all the revenue that's generated from adverts and subscriptions. I think there was something else that I wanted to mention at this point. I think I've forgotten about that. Great. So here we cover the commissioned work, and then I just want to go on to this content restrictions. This is a very important part, actually. We want to follow the model of what Elon Musk is doing with X. We want people to be able to express whatever political views that they have. We don't align or have any biases to any side of the political spectrum. Izsit is supposed to be a place where people can come up with new ideas and new formats to present those ideas, through different length films or different length series and all that kind of thing. So this is supposed to be a much more creative space than what you have in, for example, Hollywood, where it's pretty much structured as to what they're looking for. We're trying to break outside of those restrictions and those structures that they have currently. So the only thing is, of course, that we don't want to have any explicit hate speech, excessive violence, or overly excessive graphic content that is not suitable for the general audience. That's very important. I also just want to quickly mention that all of the content on the platform will be organized in different playlists and stuff like that. Very similar to Netflix. So there will be like thriller. There'll be like genres for thriller. There'll be different genres. There'll be new content. There'll be our recommendations. We'll be testing out a lot of different, carousels. Sometimes people call it. It's like each of those rows that you see as you're scrolling down on Netflix. So we're going to be playing around a lot with that to try to engage with as many people to see what they're interested in. But this like excessive, and explicit kind of content, I think we should avoid, especially at the beginning. We're not a pornographic platform or anything like that, and we really don't want to incite any kind of violence. That's just not who we are. We're actually kind of clean cut in that sense, but also very open to all people's opinions. Great, so the submission deadline for all of your work is on the 31st of October. I just need 2 weeks between the 31st of October and the 16th of November to go over the content and organize it in a way in the content management system that, when we launch, we have what we think people are going to engage with most, and the recommendations for each individual. How we're going to play around with that is going to be a bit of an art at first. That's why it's going to take us about 1, 2, or 3 months for us to figure out what more, what we should be doubling down on. But you can submit content after the 31st, but it's just not going to be on the launch. That's the only thing that you have to understand. So if you want the content to be on the launch, it will be a first. If your content's on the launch, you'll be the first content creators to have your AI content or your independent film content on the platform. It'll be a first, so that's what's exciting about that. But it's not like a fixed deadline. If you want to submit more work, we'll look at that, and we can always put it onto the platform later than that. So yeah, this is the last point here. Is just we're going to use the content for promotional purposes. So be aware of that. Great, so that covers everything. Let me stop sharing my screen. You will be receiving weekly updates from us. Things are moving very, very quickly. We don't have a lot of time, actually. It's just a couple of weeks before we have to collect all the final submissions, and then it's also just like less than 2 months when we're actually launching on TV. So this is like a very exciting time for us, and we're very happy to have you on board with this if you agree to everything. The next steps would be, we'll keep you updated. We have to sign an agreement between us that protects both of us. Your content. You also don't want me to do something harmful to you. So it's a bit of a two-way agreement that ensures that both of us are protected from whatever may happen, especially when it comes to copyright. I think we can anticipate that somebody is going to really analyze and try to find copyright issues. There's quite a lot of haters out there. Don't forget. But yeah, I think we can probably reach 1 million viewers or more by the end of the year. I think in the next couple of months, I would like to reach maybe 10 million viewers. I think that's absolutely possible with what we got going on in the background. We do request help from the community, whoever is uploading, for you uploading your videos with us. We want you to make that public and help bring people on, because of course, the higher the numbers of viewers are, the higher the number of the revenues will be. So we expect probably like a range of between 2 and 4 or 5% conversion rates of the 1 million people. Will be charging, the 1 million audience will be charging a subscription fee of somewhere around in the order of $10 per month. So we'll also be getting advertisers on board. So I expect that we'll probably be making in the first couple of months like 100K, which we will then distribute with our with you. We will distribute the revenues based on viewing hours or viewing time of your content, and that'll be basically pro rata. At the moment, we've already got something like maybe 30 or 40 or maybe 50, somewhere around that, confirmed creators who are submitting their work to us. I think when we get to around 100, that will be that's when we'll stop. We'll call it quits at that point for the launch and just go ahead with what we got. But we've got some really good stuff out there that's on the platform, that's confirmed and everything. And your stuff, I've been through everybody's stuff. So, if you're getting this, that means that, you are being selected. So congratulations. I think that's in order. If you have any questions, send me an email. And I think that's it. Send me an email. I would love to meet you all in person as well. So I travel quite a lot. I live between Monaco and San Francisco. So I do Europe and America quite a lot. I'll be traveling around Europe for the minute because right now I'm in Monaco. I will go to different European cities, and then at the end of the year, around about December, I'll be in the States. So I'll be in San Francisco, LA, New York, other cities. I'm very keen to meet everybody. So let me know where you are, because I will come and meet you. It would be the best. And also, I wanted to have a call with each and every single one of you, but as time restraints are, it was just far too difficult to fit everything in. I have a very tight schedule. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you also have tight schedules. But I really look forward to, at some point, having a conversation with you and meeting you in person and shaking your hand instead of doing this all virtually. So yeah, thank you so much. Let me know if you're in or not. Just reply to this email, say yes or no, and also whatever questions you have. As and when they come up, all of my contact details are in the signature below this email, and you can reach out to me on all of those different platforms, the social media platforms, the email, and you have my telephone number as well. Awesome. Take care. Thank you so much. Cheers.